Bonsoir et bonne année. Here we are for a brand new year, and we're only just over halfway through the season in Pro D2. It already feels like we have been going for months with live rugby, including Provence against Grenoble tonight. Big games coming up. We're taking a break next week because the games have been shifted around. No Thursday night games, so we're going to keep one up our sleeve for later in the season so we can properly get into it when it gets right up to the business end. But some big games on the way nonetheless, and a great location, a great venue for our game tonight in Provence. And there you go. It is 4th against 10th. Two of the powerhouses, two of the biggest spenders, two of the most star-studded squads. For Provence, it was a rocky start to the season. And Grenoble, well, their rocky start turned into a rocky season full stop. This is the start of round 16 in Pro D2. Some big games. And I fancy, if I don't do accumulators, I'm not a gambling man, but if I were, I'd be going for home wins across the board. Although tonight, we will see, because the story of our game this evening, as we look at the table in Pro D2, is the Battle of the Tens. Caleb Muntz, the Fijian magician, and Sam Davies is back. The boy from the Valleys, his first start in Pro D2 since last season. And don't Grenoble need it? Look at them in mid-table, 32 points. But the playoffs not beyond them. And you never know, they could mount a late season charge. The players are ready. Joe Worsley is ready as well. Evening, Joe.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
Where in the world are you? Because I never know whether you're back in London, you're in Perpignan.
I'm back in freezing cold, wet London at the moment. And looking at these guys walking around barefoot in Aix-en-Provence is making me a little bit jealous. It does look quite cold. Some guys are in jackets. But what a gorgeous place Aix-en-Provence is. And when you're playing rugby in December, or early January, in those kind of temperatures, you see why people love it so much.
Yeah, Grenoble are in town. We've already seen Caleb Muntz. He's waiting for them. I'm just waiting to see our first glimpse of Sam Davies. Rest assured, the cameramen will be focusing on him heavily, because that is the guy that could be the catalyst that could kickstart Grenoble's season, get the attack moving in the way that it has done in the previous years as they move into the stadium there. You're right, it's a beautiful city that they're coming to. It looks like that changing room's been given a bit of abuse over the years, though, Joe.
Yeah, someone's been headbutting the concrete support post there, but that changing room is not a reflection of how beautiful the city is. But I'm looking forward to seeing Sam Davies play tonight. I've been looking forward to watching him when he does come back. I want to see if it was him who made Grenoble the team that was the best attacking team by a country mile in Pro D2 last year, or whether his team are misfiring, and even with a magician at 10, they're still the same misfiring attack. It'd be fascinating to find that out tonight.
There's Hugo Trieu walking in. I still haven't seen Sam Davies yet, which is making me... I'm just always nervous because he's had his injury issues. This is his first game back, but Bastien Sori is there. He's going to find his peg. Just a quick mention. We are back. This is live rugby. We're doing this every Thursday night. If you have mates, if you have a WhatsApp group, I've got a few of them rugby focused, just chuck a link in there. This is free across the UK and Ireland, and it takes you no time, costs you no money to drop a little thumbs up on the video, help the algorithm gods, but let your friends know there is live rugby happening. We are so happy that we've got this. That's Pifoletti Jr., former Saracen, who's a signing, one of several signings. He's getting the start tonight, only his 4th start since he's been at Aix-en-Provence.
He's had a good Christmas.
Yeah. And they've got some proper firepower out wide, the likes of Leo Drouet, Adrien Lepeg, and Grenoble, Mathis Barret. I've been raving about him since the start of the season. I saw him in the World Under-20s Championship, and he just tore it up. 4 tries in 3 games. There he is. There's the boy.
He didn't fall over coming off the bus. He is ready to go. Mate, Barry's been picked up. Well, a lot of top 14 guys are chasing him down now. Be interesting to see if he stays at Grenoble for next year. Really interesting to see.
That might depend on how... Well, it's that time where contracts can start being discussed. It might be... Tonight could be a very influential game. Grenoble managed to get a win away at Provence, and they could be cooking. As you can see, there is no Teimana Harrison, unfortunately. But Jalagonia, Joe knows him from his Georgia days. That guy can carry hard. And they've got talent on the bench, not least Thomas Francis, international class, Suter, big old boy, as is Albert Tuasui, and French international Seb Taufifenua, another one of their new signings. As for Grenoble, Madeira steps into second row, skippering the team from there. Mathis Barret attracting all that top 14 attention at number 8, and Sam Davies. No Barnaby Quiyu in the lineup this evening. I'm assuming he's out injured because he is a key man for them. But Eric Escon's got lots of experience at scrum half, and they've got great outside backs if they can get them moving. And, well, we will see. Can a one fly half make that much of a difference, Joe?
Normally I'd say no. Normally I'd say one player can't make a vast difference, but just the sheer difference in how well Grenoble held onto the ball last year from multi-phase, attacked the line, played really well in the defensive line, pulled them apart. Now, was that Sam Davies, or was that due to the whole team around him? So that's why tonight, for me, is going to be fascinating to watch.
The lights are out in Aix on Provence, an amazing city. They've got a little Longestine seafood van as one of their food options for the fans. It is that kind of a place, and when they turn out, they create a proper spectacle. And I think one of the things, what's happened to George North? One of the questions straight in on the chat. I don't honestly know. He's been out for some time now. Hope he's okay. Do you know anything, Joe?
I could quickly send out a message to my network and chase down some info on George.
Where else do you get this? I mean, to be fair, I did try, but couldn't find out earlier. Just hasn't been seen for a while in Provence colours, which is a shame because we would have had Sam Davies against George North, which would have been a nice little story. Queen, the pre-game tuna choice. Last game for George North was in October. He's only had 3 appearances this season. So, as soon as we know anything, we'll have to get him on the channel, in fact, Joe. How have we not done that already?
Definitely. He's living in an amazing house near Aix, and it would be great to go down and interview him. I think he's very frustrated by the number of injuries he's had, but I'm just trying to work out which one he's got right now. Because he did injure his ankle quite badly towards the end of last season, came back, made the playoffs, turned it again. But what he's done this year, I'm not sure.
Well, there come the home team and the visitors in white tonight. Jose Madeira will be leading his side out. Lovely mullets on show. Some big old men. Isaac Rodder there, Australian international, is one of them. Caleb Muntz pulling the strings. He hasn't had that many games yet. He was playing for Fiji during November. I think this is his 6th appearance.
Yeah, George North has strained the ligament in his knee. I'm not sure which one, off the top of my head. He strained the ligament in his knee. In the same match, the Finau broke his hand.
Yeah, no Inga Finau either, but there are 23 men running out onto that Provence field in front of their fans. Important Pro D2 league points at stake as well. This is going to be an absolute banger of a game to kick off 2026 here on FR UK.
Great one to pick for a Thursday night. I'm so happy to see Sam Davies back. I want to see Grenoble as loaded as they can be against a Provence team who are on a rise, but by no means a dominant team.
Aside from Barnaby Quiyu, I think they're pretty much full ball, Grenoble. So this is strength versus strength. There's been a lot of criticisms at French club rugby generally. We saw some mismatched games in the top 14 last weekend. But this is a big one. And Sam Davies, with his left peg, gets it underway. Deep kick into the 22. You're going to see a lot of that this evening from Yalagonya. I'll definitely get a word on him in a minute from you, Joe. You've worked with him. As Mathis Barret, his opposite number, tries to go outside. Batuni Yatta playing at 13 tonight. As it gets to the wing. Opportunity early for Grenoble. Tries have been hard to come by.
Oh, Jesus. I hope he's all right. That looked painful. I reckon he's okay.
Leo Drouet. He has got wheels and he needed them to get there before Hugo Triou.
He needed a crash bag as well, though.
Took on the advertising hoardings as well as Triou.
Immovable advertising hoarding afterwards. That was probably the more painful. That looks a bit dodgy. They should maybe put a bit more protection around that.
Caleb Muntz clears to their own 10-metre line. Nadir Megdood. Injury joker from Bayonne. Ball spilt in contact. Trucked up from Wegrazin, the Argentine. And Arthur Colville. Which sounds like such an English name. Arthur Colville.
Don't mind. Arthur Colville.
And his opposite number, Eric Escond. Spin around the block. He'll want one last crack at the top 14 as Muntz steps out the first tackle. Colville gets it moving. Forward pod. How many phases will they play? Ball is a bit slow. No risk taken. And they've got powerful carriers. Muntz back, sits back. Up it goes. Lepeg on the chase. Gets to Sam Davies. Bettini Yatta had a sniff at the jackal. We saw quite a lot of that in our previous games with Grenoble in the live matches here on FI UK before Christmas. And handling errors again. What are you seeing from the first couple of minutes, Joe?
La manette is like Butterfingers in French, and that was the manette there. So what am I seeing? I'm seeing a Provence team, and you can see from their kick chase, their kick quality, how quickly they get their ruck formed and how safely the nine's kicking. They're a team that have worked a lot on their exits and their basics of territory and playing in the right part of the pitch. And they've been doing that pretty well, apart from that one Grenoble attack there, which threatened to score. They have been playing in the right part of the pitch. That was a line break from up near the 50-metre line. But where I want to see if Provence have got anything going on is whether they can... They're misfiring attack. They're not scoring that many points. That's
nice touch from Hugo Triou there, making sure that Drouet was okay. There's going to be no favours or quarters given from the scrum, and Provence's scrum goes to work.
Man, that's unbelievable.
Ominous.
That's ominous. You've got two internationals on the bench as well for Provence.
Yeah, you're right. The Georgian. Oh no, that's for Grenoble. I was going to say there's international quality on the bench for Grenoble, but yeah, Seb Taufafinua and Thomas Francis.
Yeah, Seb's a fantastic scrummager. It'd be interesting to see what happens when he comes on as well. Anyway, that's just one scrum. Let's see if they can pull their finger out and engage them properly. Philippe Saint-André there.
Yeah, Philippe Saint-André, never far away from a hefty budget, and Provence have assembled a pretty stacked team as well. This is the dream, to try and get up towards the top of Pro D2 and eventually to the top 14. A lot of planning's gone in. This stadium, the artificial surface, the players they've assembled, and they've got a drive on. Colville sticks his head in. They're trying to go over. Yalagogna's got his hands on the ball. Colville 1 metre out. Bettini Yatta. Basketball pass. Drouet is in. Setareki Bettini Yatta, his first ever professional match in the number 13 jersey, this one. You wouldn't have known it from that.
Really? I'm sure he must have played there before, but listen, he is so gifted. He does make a lot of errors, but also he can just carry incredibly well, make massive hits, and as you can see, he's straight out of the Nakawera school of offloading. He can make some incredible offloads. Look at this one now. Nice. Perfectly dropping it down into Thurday's hands.
So the stats I've got, Joe, he's played centre. This is the 4th time he's played at centre, but the previous 3 times has been in the 12 jersey.
Yeah, because he's a big lump.
He is a big old lump.
He's a big lump, can throw himself around. You can accuse him of being somebody who switches off. You can accuse him of someone of making too many offloads, taking too many risks and causing turnovers. But when he is on fire, when he does get it right, he's pretty special.
Caleb Muntz adds the extras. 7-0 Provence, 6 minutes into this game. He is a unit. Attracts 2 defenders. Job done. Rugby's simple when it's done well.
It's simple when you're 196, 110 kgs and rapid.
He is every single one of those things as Yalagonya tidies up. Yeah, there is international quality right across the park on both teams. See the work rate from Mathis Beret trying to get back. He's already clocked on to the fact that, as Joe Worsley said, Provence are going to kick for territory. What chances will Grenoble take? Their attack has been lethal in previous years. It's stuttered this year. But they're finding the odd bit of space on the edges. Megdood chasing, Drouet and Muntz are back. And it is the Fijian who clears the halfway.
That's the 2nd time they've had a line break off kick return. Hang on, let's have a look at this.
Going back down the blind side again, exactly where they just had the last moment. Ball juggled, but retained. And the ball looks a little bit quicker. Provence keeping the defenders on their feet. Was that forward? Not called it. This time they attack the breakdown. Good decision making.
So the penalty there was a tackle. He was trying to hold the player out and drag him into touch, but the knees of the ball carrier were touching the floor. Referee had shouted tackle. Didn't let him go, carried on dragging him out. Penalty. We'll see it again here. That's the maybe forward pass, the turnover, sorry. Now his knees are down, he's still dragging him out. McDood getting penalised there. McDood is not you. What's the stat you found out about McDood?
I love the fact it makes him sound like a Scottish cartoon character or something. McDood. Nadir Megdood, he hasn't scored a try in nearly 3 years. He's a winger who's played top 14 and Pro D2. He does work hard, mind. I'm sure he creates for other people. But May 2023 was his last try. Maybe we'll see it tonight. Muntz steps up to half-back. Bettina Yatta sets a target. Counter-up.
Sealing off from the 15. So good counter-up from
Josh Thompson.
Yeah, so you saw the referee esteemed that he had... The referee felt that he had come off his feet. And maybe he was right. So sealing off where your body shape is just plunging down around the ball. And you're not maintaining your body weight. So good counter-up there. A little bit, I'd say that's a little bit hard. He looked like he was in his weight on his feet, had his hands on the body, but that was fine. He wasn't plunging and lying on the ball carrier.
There's been changes at the top throughout the season at Grenoble. See if it turns into results on the field. They go for the back peel. Defence equal to it. Escond misses out the forwards to Beret, who gets it to Davies. Sniping around the edge. There's gaps starting to appear. The ball is fast. They like that blindside. 7 metres out, the ball spilt, but illegally.
Yeah, so he said the tackler did not release the player before trying to jackal the ball. Sure, we'll be seeing that one again. Referees are being really hot on this year especially. You see the player? Yeah, it's quite clear. Very clear call. Number 11, second tackler, puts him on the floor, carries on without showing any space or arms. Obvious penalty.
Nadir Bourdieu gives the penalty, but an error in the execution as they were looking at that more.
Yeah, so the line out, you have the one man who's standing out of the line out. You're allowed to change him round if it happens clearly and when the ball's thrown there's only one player out the line. However, and people do that, people shuffle the guys out the line in to change the picture, to make the opposition have to defend a different part of the line out. Now, when two of them are out at the same time, then the referee's going to give a free kick. Like there, he said that too many players are outside of the line-out. Again, I feel like there is being pernickety. He's probably been told to penalise certain things and he's doing it, because that one, I don't think it was that severe.
Well, it's a free kick, so Grenoble have got a line out, which they lose this time as well. No free kick needed. Provence get up there and they take the opportunity from turnover ball. Batuni Yatta was looking for another offload.
Good steal.
Josh Thompson again.
Yeah, let's have a look at this one. It was a good steal. See how quickly he got onto the ball. He latched onto the ball. He got a really good connection with that ball. So when the cleaners came in, even though they were coming in dynamically and pushing him back, you could see the whole ruck was moving as the ball was being dragged along. We'll see it, I'm sure, shortly after this line-out steal. We'll see him first. Great turnover.
You were saying that top 14 teams are starting to have a look at Grenoble's number 8, Mathis Barret. I would imagine there's people keeping an eye on Charlie Gambini as well for Provence.
Yeah, he's been pretty good for the last couple of years.
Another free kick. This ref knows all the rules. Laws,
Yeah,
sorry.
He's been heavily involved, isn't he? Hopefully it's just, well, with 13 minutes in, you would hope he got his burst of officiating out of the way. I think Grenoble have obviously been probably warned about this before the game. If he's hitting them this hard with it, normally it means that it's been brought up before the game. And it's something they're going to have to sort out. So it was exactly the same issue. Multiple people outside the line.
We're not going to get a look at the replay of that one because Grenoble have gone. Two teams that look like they want to play, and they're both sitting their 10s deep to try and influence the game with the tactical kicks. Sam Davies doesn't find grass on this occasion. He finds Bourdieu. Muntz to Lepeg, who puts it on his left peg.
Did he make a... That wasn't 50-22.
No, not quite.
Beautiful kick. Good territory grip from Provence. Sam Davies misfiring his kick slightly. A long kick like that shouldn't be falling into a player's hands running forward onto it. I'm sure he didn't connect properly with it.
The reverse fixture between these two earlier in the season, I think it was in October, and it was an absolute belter of a game. A point victory for Aix-en-Provence in Grenoble, one of the first teams in a long time to have won in the Alps. At home, they've had a good result already. Colville crossing. They were in.
That was a funny action. That doesn't happen. I'm not sure what's happening now. I won't try and explain it either, but Colville would be disappointed. Either he should have given that ball. When the player runs hard off you like that, they come on a really acute line breaking off you. Sometimes you realise I'm going to have to give it or he's going to cause a penalty. Okay, I'd say it's Colville's fault. Should have given it to Jalagonia. Let him carry.
Out the back to Muntz, just give the ball. Job was done. Jalagonia had tied up the defender. They were in. And the line-out's been a mess for Grenoble so far. The scrum wasn't great. We've only had one of those, but the line-out's been a mess.
Yeah, let's see it again. There are 2 free kicks given against them, having multiple players outside the line-out. Let's see what happens now.
Let's do something simple, lads. There you go, middle ball. Escon. Hard carry. Switch back. And in field. Roman Triou, I think it was on the hard carry there. No, he's on the ball now.
A little knock-on.
And is there a response from Grenoble at scrum time? Tight head prop for them. He's on loan from Stade Toulousain. Oh, sorry, that's for Aix-en-Provence. He's the guy that's been doing the damage. Johannes Jonker has been around the block. He's the tight head prop for Grenoble, formerly of Bath. Scrum time then. Yeah, based on the last scrum and what I've been hearing about Malachi Hawks. One to watch, hooker, tight head prop for Provence, turn to prop. And he can play, although I have to say, Louis Marie got a little nudge on him then.
Yeah, that scrum looked really messy. Did not look stable in any way. Almost engaged like a scrum from the 80s.
It is just a different thing scrummaging on an artificial surface.
Yeah. No slipping. Solid foot placement.
Third time's the charm, I reckon.
Yeah, so these moments, they're jostling for position. One of the props feels he's not got a good grip on the opposition's jersey in the right part of his jersey. He might bail out. You might feel like he's too close or something's wrong with the setup. So there's a lot of tactical playing, a lot of going on here. So referees can sometimes, good referees at least, will see what's going on and penalise the correct team. Try and speed up this whole process. Yeah, as we see there, the referee's not going to have a 4th reset. Burning up too much time.
I like
Get on with
scrums.
it, free kick.
Disappointed.
Yeah, but again, Grenoble, after getting stuffed in that first one, be very jumpy about letting that happen again.
Farnou takes the pass from Hugo Triou. On the counter, big collision. There was that man, Josh Thompson, who's been busy so far, as has the boots of Sam Davies and Caleb Muntz. Muntz goes back up to the sky. He's got Drouet chasing. Sam Davies does well. Offloads to Megdood, who fights. Gets the pass away. Chance in their arm. Grenoble. Not sure it's the right decision in their own half, but they're committed to it. And what is it going to turn into? Well, they've got about 10 metres forward, 100 metres across the field, taken some risks and left their potential counter ruck open, but the ball comes back again and they're again going to the edges. Trying to avoid the power game, I expect, of Provence, trying to get a couple of passes away from contact. But it's really hard to reload that level of depth again and again and again. Almost to halfway. Over the halfway line. The ball spills. All that hard work. And it could just be repaid with interest. This game is getting loose. Are Provence going to play into their hands, or will there be a bit more structure? Inside pop from Rodder. The big men doing their work. The Colombian Andres Zafra. Muntz. Little pump fake and then pass. And it's Piazzoli who's in the 15 tram lines. Zafra again. It's the big men, 4, 5, 6 making the carries. Will it open up? Can they unlock this defence? Is there a gap there? He saw one. He's found one. And Pierre Lucas thought maybe one pass from a try. Incredible turnover on their own line. Megdude, this is wild rugby. This is pro de deux. There's a completely open backfield. I think someone's going to take a knee and pretend to be injured at the end of this phase of play so they can all have a breather. My goodness me. What happened there?
The prop short-armed someone in the head to stop the play, I think. He was out on his feet. Oh my God, why didn't he give that pass? Why did he not give that pass? That would have been an incredible try from Provence. Yellow card.
Yellow card for Louis Marie.
He stuck his arm out. Probably in the red. Heart rate through the roof. Regretting eating that extra layer of cake from Christmas.
He is blowing, properly blowing. Everyone on that field is, I imagine.
His bouche de Noël is coming back out of his mouth. That's his Christmas log, the lovely... Oh, that's a penalty. I'm not sure it's yellow. Depends if he catches him on the jaw or not, really.
I think I might agree with you, Joe. He kicked it very, very late. Well, he's consistent both ways. Closing the gaps. Too many in the receiver position.
He's really got a bee in his bonnet about this aspect of the game.
Ed Barek has said on the chat that was breathless. It was like that old All Blacks v Barbars game back in the day. Sam Davies taking an extra 10 metres just with his little run up to that kick.
Right, we see it again now. The line break that should have been a try.
Oh,
Cole was right there.
I mean, Escond was on the support runner. He might have tackled him, but...
Then he got turned over as well for the shame. And off we go. McDude playing out of his own try line. Awesome.
Rodder gets to the ball. A lot of the game's been played in this middle third. The tackles are starting to drop off. Piazzoli becoming more and more influential. He's a big old unit. Caleb Muntz stepping. The ball is fast. There are holes. You do feel like Grenoble are tired right now. They're having to do this with a man down. Colville gets to the ball. He's looking for the outside channels, looking to link up with Muntz. Is the wide pass on? He manages to get it into play. Leo Drouet already scored one try. Almost at a second. They're close. Reach for the line of try time. I didn't see who scored that. Power. Is it Wegrazin?
Trying to see which
or was
number
it that man, Charlie
well.
Gambini? I wasn't sure who scored it. It's the prop Wegrazin, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Saluso. Nice threaded pass there from Muntz.
Oh, lovely little lift.
Drouet did really well to stay in there. The winger is quite slight, isn't he? Lacking power. I think a more powerful winger would have thrown Drouet into touch there, being that close.
Oh, false accusation on Sam Davies stealing an extra 10 metres in the run-up. I didn't notice, as Paul Phillips has said, he tapped it first before running towards the front of the 22. Sorry, Sam. His opposite number, Caleb Muntz, has got the kicking to do now. doesn't have the draw on that one. It's 12-0 to Provence. Louis Marie licking his wounds. The yellow card has led to the try. Another tackle dropped off. Roman Triou.
Yeah, that was a simple two-man hit there. Given the go forward, it led to the try eventually.
Well, that is why Josh Thompson wasn't able to complete that tackle with his teammate, Triou.
Maybe, did he do that as he was approaching the tackle?
It was actually, it was Triou, sort of as he was trying to tackle.
As he swung round.
Piazzoli, he swung round and into his own teammate's leg. Yeah, real shame. Oh, that's gone forward.
That is a shocker. It's coach's nightmare. Coach's nightmare after scoring a try, which is taking 2 scores away. You want a yellow card. Get it up into their half. Put pressure on them. Grenoble might overplay again, get a turnover, get 3 scores up. Anyway, now giving Grenoble an opportunity to get back into this. Kickoffs are key moments.
Well, they're going to have to make a change now. They're going to have to make a change now, aren't they? Grenoble with a man off. Louis Marie, the loose head prop, is off. There's a scrum from the knock-on. On comes the big Georgian. Mamaishvili. Cube of a man. 10 caps for Georgia, only 22 years of age. He played against Japan in November. Can he change the picture? Going up against the young Toulouse prop on loan at Provence, Malachi Hawks. He's definitely got a nice angle by the look of it, straight on the field. Oof.
Oh my days.
He has been absolutely mullered.
That's not a great first scrum, is it?
I mean, he looked like he was angling right in at the start. Clearly wasn't a good idea because Malachi Hawks and Pifoletti Jr.
Absolutely mangled him. So the tight head, Mafaletti Hawks, was just sitting, putting his weight on him, I think. And as a result, as a loose head, you've got to go super low and stay square, be strong, stay with your hooker. But as he turned in, all the weight's staying on his back. He gets slightly high, and then you start getting pushed back. And then you get folded in half, and then you have to just flop your head out and stand up at that point.
Yeah. I suppose it's also worth saying that Isaac Rodder's a big old unit, and he was sat in behind, and that big, what's the word they use in France? Poutre. Beam.
Yeah, the beam that holds up the roof.
Yeah, Josh Thompson was Grenoble as one of them, and he's just gone off.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. He's not a massive man, but just a very powerful man. He's gone off.
Grenoble have had opportunities, not been able to take them. Piazzoli's had some big carries. Nice balance in there, back row. The nudge from Colville. Boudiger nearly gets to it, manages to tap it almost to Gambini.
Yeah, you can see the Provence team play very differently to Grenoble. Anytime they see space in the backfield, we've seen kicks through into that corner. We've seen that kind of kick we saw there. They're not shy at all about putting foot on the ball and playing for that space. They're just pressuring you and getting another shot behind. Whereas Grenoble, it seems like they come here to try and play more and more phases in the ambition to maybe get back to where they were last year. A little bit of success on some blind sides and some line breaks, but they've also been running up their own arse, we could say, and other times.
And it doesn't help when your scrum and your line out has been that bad. If they survive this, they might feel lucky to only be 12-0 down as Bettini Yatta spills it. And Fouzier tries to work in defence. Isaac Rodder going to work. And they've got those big men and they're lined up outside. Zafra is there on the short pop. He takes it inside, wins the contact against Barret, but it's been knocked on. Will Iscon take a chance with advantage? They don't really want the scrum. Sam Davies kicks deep. Drouet's covered the ground really well in this first half. Sticks one up for himself to chase. And Grenoble are back in their own 22 again. I don't think there's any part of the game at the minute that Grenoble are kind of winning.
I don't think so. Physically, they're getting a little bit dominated. Set piece getting dominated. The kicking game, they're getting dominated. Apart from those early line breaks, there's not been much going for them, huh? Again, kick quality there, winning about 10 metres.
Just to mark your card, we're half an hour into this game. At half-time, as Thomas Francis comes on, replacement there. It has been a fast game, so Malachi Hawks getting a breather. It's rotated. Rotations of subs are allowed, so we may well see Hawks, although that does look like a bit of a hobble.
Yeah. Wonderful hair.
Amazing hair. Tommy Francis used to have a mullet back in his Exeter days. He's got rid of that now.
Yeah, you can't compare with that. Can't compete with that guy, Malachi.
Bettini Yatta, who set up that first try. Colville. He's got men just running onto the ball because they are winning collisions.
Man, he punched the floor there. That's like a hand-breaking level of punching there.
He'll then come round and realise that it's a scrum time and Provence have got an opportunity to maybe earn a pen.
He's playing for that.
Yeah, Piffaletti wasn't happy with himself there. Yeah, Joe Worsley and I at half-time are going to be casting our eyes forward into 2026, predicting, I don't know, I'm just thinking like winners of, well, we'll just do all the big tournaments. Six Nations, Champions Cup, Nations Championship, Top 14, Pro D2, Premiership, URC. Players as well from France and around the world that we're excited about maybe emerging on the international stage this year. What's Philippe Saint-André thinking about right now?
He looks like the Emperor from Star Wars.
I've got a great story. I wonder whether you've heard it as well about Philippe Saint-André. When there's a convenient point, I'll ask you.
Okay. It's nothing to do with... I don't want to say. We'll ask that one later.
It's safe.
Safe. Good.
Piffaletti, a little bit of claret on his lip. No, go on then, briefly. So when Saint-André was at Toulon, have I got this right? Oh no, I'm thinking of Laporte. Sorry, I've got the two French professor coaches. I've got confused. I'll tell you the Laporte one briefly anyway. When Toulon lost the big, they lost the Brennus final in Paris.
What's cast?
I think it might have been when you won it, when you beat them. It might have been that one.
Yeah,
So you might know the story if it's true.
There,
But Laporte and the guy Boujalal, who used to own Toulon.
Yeah, Boujalal, yeah.
They took the jet back to Toulon and left the players in Paris. They were so appalled.
It's a true story, but actually they were in Oyonnax and the players had to find their own way back or hire a bus or something.
Sounds like the sort of thing Saracens do just as a team building exercise.
yeah, it does, yeah. It does. It was apparently an amazing change room after. With a very angry president and head coach.
Places that I'd love to have been a fly on the wall. But here we are, FR UK, live rugby every single Thursday night through the game week. Well, almost every Thursday, the odd Friday or Saturday, and sometimes later in the season we'll have more than one game. When it's really getting spicy and down to the business end. Another knock on. Johannes Jonker.
Not efficient, huh?
If there was one man that wanted to that would know he wanted to not concede a knock on, it would be the tight head prop for Grenoble. Scrum time coming.
Oh, God, props, huh? There was one prop at Wasps who was banned from being able to touch the ball. What?
Go on, name, no, you can't name and shame.
I won't say his name, but there was one game where we were winning by quite a few points, and he came up to a ruck, and the bench were watching, and as he went near the ball, everyone's shouting, no, no, no. So he stopped, looked up to the bench, then kind of said, sod it, I'm going to go for it, we're winning anyway. Picked the ball up and knocked it on straight away. For a lifetime ban from picking the ball up after that.
Guesses in the chat about which prop from the Wasps Joe Worsley era
Mal-coordinated prop, wasn't it?
Oh, Grenoble had a decent scrum on that occasion. They haven't managed to win the ball, and Caleb Muntz has got space to run it back. With Lucas again, churning up the yards. Ooh, what'd you do here? 5 minutes before half-time. 12 up.
Me, I go to 15 points. Penalty there. The tackler was in blocking the cleaners who was on the wrong side. Referee esteemed that yes, the ball stealer, the jackler, was actually okay, but the tackler was still on the wrong side, preventing the support players from getting there in time to clean out. So anytime there's someone, a tackler or one of your own team lying around the ball, you can't jackal.
Was it Tim Payne?
No, it was not Tim Payne.
No, he actually had quite good hands. I played with it. He came on loan from Bristol to Newbury, and I played with him.
Yeah, Tim was pretty good handling wise.
Not him. Okay, I'll keep thinking. As Provence try and end the half, they've gone for the corner. Isaac Rodder, the big Aussie, sets the platform. Arthur Colville's got his hands ready. Pifoletti Jr. had his hands on the ball. Colville switches with Lepeg, and Lepeg, his step is so dangerous, he just made a Grenoble player drop down in front of him.
Yeah, he was top try scorer, I believe, wasn't he, last year in Pro D2? He was a prolific try scorer, and he's got real, he's not lightning quick, but that step is pretty sick, and he knows how to get to the try line, although that one was pretty easy finish.
Yeah, 20 tries last year, 17 the year before. This only his third try of the season, but let's enjoy that step. It was a good set. Grenoble did well to repel the drive. Colville's been sharp, and he snipes.
Man, that
Lift.
defense, they're going to be so disappointed with that defense.
Escon.
But everybody's sliding off here.
Oh, done. South Africa and France, two countries that have diminutive wingers in scrum caps. It just works. Caleb Muntz hasn't found the radar, but his team been pretty dominant. A couple of minutes left in the first half. 19-0 to the good. And Escond, poor fella. Lepeg was getting to the try line, whatever happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's also the hiding Sam Davies on the short side there. But Escond is also challenged in height-wise.
Would that be because of Sam Davies's return to injury? They're just trying to protect him a little bit?
Yeah, a bit, yeah, probably. I'm not sure of his tackling abilities, to be fair. They habitually hide him on the short side. It's always a nightmare, though. Pushing the winger there, messes up everything. Someone who 10 can tackle in any way, get him in the line.
Message in the chat from Max Colby, who Joe is planning to be at Perpignan against Montauban.
Ooh.
That's going to be a big game for you.
It's going to be epic. I'm already thinking about it a bit now.
If you missed the if you missed the video of the top 14 weekend and the review of the weekend, Joe goes into depth and some footage from his phone of Perpignan's win over Toulouse. So well worth checking out when you've got a bit of downtime. Right now, can Grenoble turn things around? They go to the tail of the line out. Win one. Precious line out win. There's not been many of those in the first half. One of the big problems. And is that going to be a maul? Oh, it comes back just from Escond. Not cleanly. Sam Davies fakes dummies almost through a hole. Not sure if that's knock-on or penalty advantage, but bit of insurance for Grenoble to maybe take a risk. And the collisions, Piazzoli, Rodder, Zafra are smashing these Grenoble defenders. There's Rodder again with another hit behind the gain line. We've seen glimpses where Grenoble have managed to get to the edge quite often when they go down the blind side like this, but Farnou going nowhere. Solid defensive set so far, and having to kick the ball away.
Yeah, I think that sums things up for Grenoble. They're having to go through so many rucks and they're not creating much. You see the Provence line speeds coming up and the depth of the Grenoble team is the players are taking the ball and getting hit as they're catching it. So there's no one vertically on the axis behind the players for them to pop into the spaces. They're not manipulating the line much. Sam Davies, where he won the penalty, actually ran at the line pretty well and pulled it apart a bit.
Batuni had to let him know he was there, but yeah, no wrap, little tucked arm.
But this penalty, I think, was for offside before. Yeah, Grenoble were struggling to dominate the physical collisions. That really still not looking like the team that were playing last year, who were able to pull defences apart and put people into space. It seems like now they're very, very predictable and readable.
And you mentioned going through the phases. One of the difficult things is to keep your depth in attack when you're going through phases. It takes a lot of effort to reload again and again.
High work rate, patience, waiting the right part of the pitch, work to get there in the first place. Yeah, it's a real tough thing to do.
And even harder when you're not winning gain line. Sam Davies slots the kick, end of the half, and Grenoble are on the board. They are 2 scores down, and after a bright start for Grenoble, they'll probably feel like, well, that's about the best they could have hoped for. Scrum has not been working well, line out, collisions, and yet Provence are just 2 scores ahead at half time. Looking good for it though. Thoughts, Joe?
Yeah, Provence are looking like the team. Translate this quickly. Talk about bad set piece. We can't play any territory, we're not playing in their half. We have to do better in the second half. Again, basic thing to do that one. Here we go.
L'un des hommes forts de cette première mi-temps. Et Guillaume, on imagine qu'il y a des points positifs. Vous avez réussi à couper l'enthousiasme de cette équipe de Grenoble et mettre en place votre rugby. Quelle est votre impression, vous?
Mon impression, je pense qu'en défense, on est très connectés. On monte fort. On les
So in
agresse.
defense, we're coming up well. We're very connected in defense.
Ouais, il faut continuer dans cette dynamique et puis voilà, y aller.
Merci pour la
Got to
lucidité.
continue doing that, and then voila, they're the shortest 2 interviews I've ever heard in my
The
life.
shoulders on that fella, Piazzolla.
Yeah, he was a lump. He was a unit, wasn't he?
Yeah, big boy. Right, it is 17 points to 3 at half time. We will be back for a massive second half. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, leave your chat down below, and give us your predictions as Joe and I go through the year ahead. Right, as this is our first game of 2026, I thought we would cast our minds forward into the year and try and make some predictions of who's going to win the big titles, competitions, and and this is where I want to start, Joe, who are going to be the breakout stars of 2026? Predictions, go. What do you reckon?
Way out of left field, someone no one in UK's really probably heard of, Arfoy from Po. If he gets game time, Biel Berry, Penot, amazing wingers in France, but if he gets game time in the Six Nations, you'll see him do amazing things. Good played for 10 for Toulouse against us at the weekend, really good, coming back from injury. He'll do more this year for sure.
And what do you reckon to that? A lot of people are starting to talk about Timo Mathieu, the Bordeaux number 8 as well.
Yeah, he's got game as well. Good in the line-out, aerial, can carry really well. Yeah, he's a special player. He's a special player as well. But with Aldrich going on his way out, maybe he'll get some sort of game time. I have to wait and see, but he's behind the line in terms of game time for this Six Nations.
All right, 3 non-French-based players that I'll chuck in with those 3 that are based in France. Eduardo Tadaro at Northampton Saints. He got his debut for Italy against Chile in November. 19 years of age. He's torn up the Premiership this year, so he looks a proper talent. Thomas Rapetti, tight head prop. We haven't seen him for Toulouse yet, but he's based at Toulouse now. They signed him, and he looks like he's come just in the nick of time for Argentina at tight head prop. And a player that hasn't been capped yet, South African Stormers flanker Paul de Villiers, looks like an animal in the back row, a proper jackal threat, big defensive unit, and a good rugby brain on him. So those would be my 3. So there you go. In the chat, let us know what other names would you predict are going to have big breakout 2026s. We got the Six Nations coming up at the end of the month, and how do you see that one going?
That is interesting. Honestly, I think France will win it. that Ireland game away first up when they've not been together for very long. We've talked about the French way of playing, and being together really helps, as it does with all teams, especially them. But I think France will win it.
I also think France will win. They've got Ireland at home first up and England at home last match.
That's Ireland away.
Oh, is it Ireland away?
On,
is it Ireland? Oh, hold on. No, it's Ireland at home.
At home. Sorry, I'm getting confused myself.
So,
that big first game. England, of course, they always have England Ireland at home, don't they? Or away. But yeah, that's two big games at home. The two kind of big rivals at home. There, that's the huge kind of bonus for them.
I think it could be a Grand Slam for France. I'm really hoping that it might be a Grand Slam decider in Paris on that final weekend.
That would be amazing. Because England, they've fallen on this game plan, which is simple, pragmatic, massive aerial threats, play really well when the transition moment happens. Lee Blackett making the team attacking-wise really respond really well to those moments. So, yeah, they're looking good. It'd be interesting to see if that can develop to an extent. They beat France in Paris in the last game of the Six Nations.
So we're both going for a France Six Nations victory. The Nations Championship kicks in this year, and how France get on and how that affects the competition as a whole will actually let's jump to the top 14, because the Nations Championship round number 1 of that is 1 week after the top 14 finals. So the team that France send to play in New Zealand will be affected by the teams that get to the top 14 finals. So prediction on the top 14 winner.
I can't see beyond Toulouse. I can't see beyond them. Po up and coming, but when Toulouse pick all their power, I don't see how Po are going to deal with that. The maul alone that they can put on the pitch would cause Po so many problems. If it came to money time, I don't see how they deal with that. Bordeaux haven't been hitting their straps like they did before, but again, they've had a lot of injuries, people coming back. They need some of those forwards, Coleman, people like that, to really start stepping up if they're going to have any chance of going toe-to-toe with Toulouse in that final. But they're still not there, so I can't see beyond Toulouse. They're resting people come back from injury. I'm struggling to see who could beat them at the moment.
Could the power of Toulon with a pragmatic game...
Again, they're not hitting their straps either. They're not performing like they did last year. Bayonne not performing where they were last year. So yeah, there's a few teams who are challenging, trying to get into that top 2 of Bordeaux. Toulouse haven't quite managed it, and Bordeaux have gone back a bit, getting better, but they're not quite where they were.
France France may be weak when they go down under and play against New Zealand, play against Australia. They will have a strong team again against South Africa in November in the home part of the Nations Championship. England have to go away to South Africa. Can you see past South Africa when it comes over a 10-11 game block? Can you see past the world champions?
It's so tough because that advantage they have of being together the whole time. They're together when they want to be together. They get a lot of preparation time. They're almost like a club team. The amount of rugby they play together. I know they go off to Japan and some of them in Europe and others elsewhere, but it's an advantage. I mean, the top 14 is an incredible competition. We love talking about it. We love watching it. But for the French team, it's something that's going to make life more difficult for them.
I think it's going to be a South Africa versus England Nations Championship final. That's my prediction for that one. Let's jump back to French matters and Pro D2. We're in the middle of a game right now. Where I guess I'll say it in the way I asked the South Africa question with the Nations Championship. Can you see past Van for automatic promotion? Well, for winning the final and getting the guaranteed promotion.
Listen, breathe with a team with a bigger budget who should be there, but they're in a bit of a mess. It's not going to be them, I don't think, unless they turn things around radically. Provence, again, a team who started off pretty poorly. They invested a lot in new players. They're kicking on now. They're starting to hit their straps now. Maybe they'll keep improving to the level where they can compete with Van.
All right, so we're going Van, but Provence could be the ones nipping on their heels, which makes the second half tonight particularly relevant. So Champions Cup, that's back this weekend. Again, Toulouse, even though they've lost the game, so they might end up with a seeding issue like they had last year in the knockout stages. Those seedings are important, aren't they?
They are. The French teams haven't been really rocking it in Europe this year so far. So Toulouse, rested a lot of guys against us last weekend, so they're going to come loaded at Saracens. That'll be a massive game. Sarries losing at Leicester and then them losing to us, both coming into it loaded. It's going to be an epic match. Looking forward to that one for sure. So Toulouse, again, I think Leinster, haven't watched much of them this year. What do you propose for them as a chance?
Leinster have been suffering a similar issue to Toulouse. Some of their big players not quite been firing, not been at their normal levels, but they are winning games, at least in the Champions Cup. Stormers are the team that are kind of the surprise package in the URC. They've won every single match this year, and if they get another win this weekend, they are away at Quins. They are in pole position to be top seeds, and teams having to go to South Africa in the early knockout rounds, that could be dangerous. So they'd be my sort of, they'd be the one that, and Glasgow are always good. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really open. You're right about the French teams not grabbing it by the scruff of the neck like they normally do. So I think it's all to play for. There could be we could get a new winner of the Champions Cup.
I think maybe there's a little reflection there in Champions Cup on the top 14 as well. Underneath Toulouse, who are rotating and keeping their guys fresh and have had injuries. No, the other teams aren't quite hitting it at the moment, so they need to change that soon. A, to challenge Toulouse in the top 14, but B, to have chances of winning Champions Cup.
I'll take the URC. I will say it's going to be, at this point, it looks like Stormers could well win it. Glasgow and Leinster closest to them. Prem, who do you predict is going to win the Prem?
I've been watching a bit more of it than usual recently. Now, Bath are still looking pretty good, but they're not quite as fluid as they were. Losing Lee Blackett, maybe has that made them less dangerous in attack, less able to that South African DNA they had on the team, and then his ability to, as he's done with the England team, bam, make him go for it, accelerate the play. Have they lost that a bit because he's not there? Exeter, Dave Walder, chatting to him at the start of the season, he's really excited about what's possible there, the amount of change they could make, and they've started to make it, and it's looking good down there. Northampton, I've watched them twice, and they've been deadly in attack. So dangerous, so dangerous. So between those three teams, I'm going to run with Bath.
Okay, I'll go Stormers, Bath, Six Nations winners, France, Nations Championship winners, South Africa, Pro de Deux winners, Van, and there you go. We told you some names to watch out for as well. Get stuck in the chat if you disagree or agree. Let us know, and let's get back to the game. And the games, well, they'll keep on coming here on FL UK. We are having a break next week because they moved the game from a Thursday night, and there's so much rugby going on with Champions Cup. Actually taking the opportunity to keep a game up our sleeve for later in the season. That said, looking forward to Agen Colomiers. Colomiers could be one of those teams that challenge. They're hanging in there, aren't they, up at the top of the table? Oyonnax against Van, who are currently top. And that's a tricky game for Van away. And our friends at Roast Beef Rugby, bringing the content all the time, heading out to France, covering the rugby, top 14, right down to national even, national team as well. Well worth checking out and subscribing to on YouTube. And yeah, in case you missed it, there's the games that we have got coming up. And as with all of them, 10 to 8, we start our build-up. 8 o'clock the kick-off, and we're at half-time here in Provence. As you can see, the crowd's emptied out. They've gone to the seafood stand out back, the champagne stand.
The langoustines and lobsters are getting drilled right now in the background there.
Langoustines and garlic butter.
The
sat
claw
by the
crackers
sea.
are coming up.
One of my favourite things to do in France. Yeah.
And that big bib.
Yeah, 100%. Some shouts on the chat, actually. One of the breakthrough players for 2026 could be Lenny Nucci. Not a bad shout. Yeah, although I did notice Francois Cross is back in the fold.
Yeah, he's fit again. But he's got a bit of catching up. I don't know, maybe he'll get fit for Six Nations. Because he's very important for him. Wait and see how bad if he recovers fully from his knee injury.
Paul Phillips says
Nucci's good though, man. Nucci's had a banging season.
He has had a good season.
For example, talking about Timo earlier, Mathieu. Again, incredible talent. But Nucci's this season, if you want a big ball carrying back row, he's not bad. He's not bad at all. And Bourdon's been out for a while as well.
Capilla is the one that you wonder, can can he translate top 14 to the form to the international stage? Because he's been ace for Bayonne.
Yeah, I'd be purring over him. He's an incredible talent. It's just that physicality. If international rugby, if you can't bring physicality to it, you've got to have something seriously exceptional, like a line-out ability or aerial ability that's just going to be well-classed to kind of get over the fact you're not physically dominant. And I'm still waiting to judge whether he's got that physical dominance in the tackle, in the ruck, in the carry. Give him space, man, he can do amazing things, offloading, skill level through the roof. So, yeah, he's got some super skills, but is that physicality side up to the level? I think it's probably the one area you'd say that you level at him, I'm not sure yet.
Interesting, and just in the chat, our friends from Roastbeef Rugby apparently are off to La Rochelle next week. First time there for those boys. I mean, I want to know how they managed to get tickets, because it's been sold out for 10 years. They're like hen's teeth.
Yeah, I wonder how they did get them. How are we going to pick that spare game we've got?
Well,
do we wait for the burning? Do we let people help, maybe suggestions?
I think there'll be a moment that just occurs that like we have to watch that game as we get towards the business end of the Pro D2 season. There, I mean, you remember last year you were involved with Brive, Joe.
Yeah, there were certain games on the run-in which were like, God, I'd love to see that one.
Yeah, there'll be one of those. We're just, as I say, we're going to keep our powder dry. The cameraman could do with getting in focus there. A little bit of technical feedback, but he's captured the big Provence players coming out there. Feel very confident. They've dominated up front. Scrum, line out, collisions.
Yeah, honestly, the way it's looking, Sam's going to have to pull out some magic moments in this second half to get them back in the groove. The Colombian second row. Is it Zafra or Zafra?
Andre Zafra, yeah. And there's his opposite number. We've got a Colombian and a Portuguese internationals on either team. Skipper in the side, and there's a Fijian that's going to get us underway. It was a Welshman that started the first half. We've had great tries, we've had mad play, we've had a yellow card, a little bit of pushing and shoving, we've had a player flying into the advertising hoardings. And as it is, Provence are set, if they can kick on, to take another step forward, and Grenoble, unless they turn things around in this second half, are starting to stare down the barrel for this whole season, although there still is a fair way to go, despite the fact we're in round 16.
To be fair, the back of them running from here is ballsy.
Sam Davies goes to the air. He's actually found grass this time. Drouet's been covering every blade of it. He might have been better to give it to his mate Muntz there for the kick.
Yeah, definitely. But that's one, that sequence play we just saw was more like the Grenoble from last year. Playing, getting a bit go forward. When it's the right time, when they're in a stronger position to kick, they kick. That was more like the Grenoble we saw from before.
Tommy Francis. He's had an amazing career. I remember when he was at Doncaster. Everyone overlooked him. Ended up getting, 60, 70 caps for Wales. Escond to Davis. Grenoble have had a chance to have a chat at half-time. They've won their first line out. Beret won the collision, but lost the ball again. Oh, advantage must have been over. I thought it was a knock-on, but maybe not. Maybe it was a rip.
Yeah, it was a rip.
Intricate play. Getting levelled. And the defensive runners are flying out. Rodder. And they are hitting Grenoble behind the gain line. And they're doing it again. McDood. Another risky offload. They've got advantage in the pocket. That didn't go to plan.
No worries when you got advantage. Not a great angle for the kick. How many meters is he going to gain here?
He'll get it just inside the 22. Oh, he's gone for it. Bosh. Piazzoli.
He penalised him.
Yeah, he got penalised for that.
No way.
That's a classic blindside flanker tackle.
Kind of helps him down.
Joe Worsley special. Oh, Grenoble, I was just about, as I said, they won one line out. Oh, they've come away with it, mind you. Oh. Isaac Rodder did good work at the front.
Touch Josh must have seen that knock on, relayed it to the referee.
What can you pick? Can you see exactly what's going on at line out time, Joe?
Yeah, please.
In terms of their inability of Grenoble.
Aix-en-Provence just seemed to be in the air first, even when it's Grenoble's ball. Isaac Rodder was up before his opposite number. They just seem to know where the ball's going.
Obviously, they're reading pretty well. Just trying to. Grenoble had an issue with their throwers all year round, so throwing long has been a slight issue. So
they've got Ruffinack starting today. This is only his 4th start, signed from Poe.
Yeah, and Suri doesn't throw that well either. So someone like Rodder can sit mark and a half on the middle, and when they make the move that they make, he can sell himself on going forwards. With them covering middle as well at the same time, they're pretty settled down. Pretty difficult for Grenoble to secure the ball because there's massive pressure on their line out. It's been really inefficient today.
His back in the days of Twitter, and I don't know if he's still on it now. I'm don't really use it myself, but Tommy Francis, his Twitter handle used to be Donny Tommy. And there was one as well. Oh yeah, Mark Atkinson, former. Well, he played once for England, Gloucester centre. His was Sausage Legs 10.
Nice. Does he get that?
Are you on social media, Joe? Do you do any of that? Did you?
No, I always avoid it because pitfalls. But
are you glad you had your playing days before all of that?
yeah, in a way. I don't think I'll be involved now, but there'd be a million Hasks around now.
A million Hasks, imagine.
Imagine a million Hasks. That sounds like a game show.
Yeah.
A million Hasks. Oh, look at this.
Or it sounds like a nightmare. One is enough, and he's amazing as he is. Sam Davies having to scramble. Look at that. Bastien Sori comes on, takes the ball over the top from a misfired Aix-en-Provence line out. Grenoble are on the way, and they've just been turned.
They were too busy talking about a million Hasks to
sorry about that.
Appreciate what happened there, guys. So yeah, a poor line out for Rod's taken. Grenoble opportunity, boom, turnover, poor kick. Not executed correctly, maybe not a bad option, just not executed well. Too much traffic around. Falls for the Provence team, and whack, bam, kick down into their 22. Now they've got to defend on their 5.
Off the top, Colville hits Batuni Yatta. Stop dead, but within 5 metres, the skipper Zafra. Did his opposite number. Did Madeira get on the ball there? No, not given. Madeira chops down Piazzoli though. There's a penalty advantage. Try is coming anyway.
Ooh. Great line.
Hard run, great line. It's Capelli Pifoletti Jr., the former Saracen. His 4th start for his new team and his 2nd try.
Powerful. It's difficult to run onto the ball like that, communicate it properly. Running into a brick wall, but the power and speed he ran onto that, he was, I guess, unstoppable.
That's it.
4 tries.
Even a million Hasks couldn't have stopped that one. You're going to see it now. Poor angle. Hopefully get another angle and you can appreciate the depth and timing of his run.
So, Joe, Provence lost to Mont-de-Marsan last week.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy, isn't it?
But that's one of 2 defeats in their last 10, and it looks like they're going to stretch that to 11. So they are really gathering a bit of form. What do you see a real contender? You were mentioning it at half-time, but the more you see of Provence, are you thinking they've got the power to match Van?
Yeah, because they are you see them from their kicking game, they're very structured, very organised. Oh, jeez, landed badly there. Anyway, they're very structured and organised, and they've got the power to back that up. Something which can take on Van, who are a team that can, again, with their set piece, they don't give up any opportunities for the opposition. I think you've got to have that ability to go toe-to-toe them in the old school classic side of the game. And Provence, for me, was a team that could do that. Saint-André, it's very much his style as well. It's just, were they good enough in attack to kind of score enough points to win games is my only question with them. And some of the attacking talent they signed this year has been slowly coming through. Listen, they're still not flowing tonight. They're still a team that's not looking deadly in attack, but certainly defensively looking pretty good. Their pressure game's looking pretty good. In attack, they've taken some opportunities, a bit clunky, but taken some opportunities. So they're looking far ahead of the... I mean, Colombia looked all right in the power stakes. I wouldn't say they're there. Provence, I think, could be one of the teams that would threaten Van going forward.
Grenoble have got a scrum penalty on this occasion. Bit of respite. Cody Thomas is on, Portuguese international. And gets the better of the Argentine Weggrazin. But Grenoble, they really are a shadow of the team we've seen in the last few years as Albert Tuasui runs on to maybe add to the pain. There's one set of shoulders runs on to replace another. The bill for the butchers that Provence must have to pay is off the charts. Isaac Rodder fighting to get his hands in there. Grenoble are set. Eric Escond, hands on the ball. Keeping it in. And they've got to the line. Reward for all of the efforts so far. First try of the game. And it's gone to Thibaut Martel. Came through the Grenoble Academy. He's been there in the last 8 seasons whilst the last few of them, while they've been getting as close as you can possibly get to the top 14. And he brings a bit of pride back to the men from the Alps.
That looked like ceiling there a bit. Be interesting to see that again. So ceilings when you lift, the two lifters bring the jumper down and they've already formed a wall so the opposition can't get to him. Be interesting to see that again. Sure, they've had a look at it. Grenoble could be within 2 scores here. Considering how this game's gone, that would be pretty amazing.
Still 3 scores, unfortunately.
A great shot there of Le Poutre. Big Rodder trying to wrestle his way Simon Shaw style through the mortar to break it up.
Grenoble are on the board. Penalty just before half time and a try now. Still half an hour to go. And of course, to get the offensive bonus point for Provence, they have to stay 3 or more tries ahead.
There's a risky offload off the floor there.
One of many.
I think he's a little bit lucky to get away with that. He played it on the floor. The referee penalised him with something else there. He actually did play it on the floor. But that offload could have gone anywhere. Kind of poor decision that led to issues for Grenoble. There was an opportunity to play there for Grenoble. There was an opportunity to get more go forward and then kick from a stronger position. Here's Seb Taufafina. Fantastic scrummager.
Absolute barrel of a man.
Yeah, brother of Roman, who is...
That's mad.
A good meter taller. You know Twins? Remember the movie? Danny DeVito and
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito.
I'm not saying Roman's Arnold or... Guess who's Danny DeVito, though?
That's wild. Zafra gets the ball. Albert Tuasui passing, not his strong point. But he gets it to Bettini-Yatta in the end. Farnu into the Provence night sky.
Great kick.
Muntz is back there, has time. Grenoble have organised their defence. Oh, another offload, Lepeg. Put in by Bettini-Yatta. Charge down. Was Lepeg offside? No.
I don't think it was a ruck. I think it was play on.
Play on, yeah. Open play, you're right. Speaking of play on, Jouet. McDood.
Come on, 3 years.
Got some wheels to pop inside. Doesn't use it. Goes himself. Yeah, McDood, last try, May 2023. And this is opposite winger, Hugo Triou. Bettini-Yatta with the counter up. We haven't said Mathis Beret a lot this evening. Usually at the heart of it, there's the kind of carry that's got Beret on top 14 club radars. It's a violent ball carrier. We haven't seen much of this. He's not going to... Oh, McDood, I thought he should have pinned his ears back, gone for the corner. 5 metres out. Could this game be turning around? If Grenoble can score now, and they've... Oh, there is numbers and space. That pass wasn't needed. No!
Oof.
Leo Drouet. Madness from Grenoble. Football from Provence. And a try, a second of the evening for Leo Drouet.
Oh my days.
Suicide from Grenoble. Inspired from Provence.
Who threw that Shistera, the giddly pass? There was also an elbow from McDood during that play, which they might come and have a look at. But who threw that pass?
Totally not needed. I mean, if you were going to give the pass, just give the regulation pass. It just didn't need to be.
Must have thought they had a penalty or something.
Madness. Oh, dearie me.
To be fair, it was more that got dropped. It wasn't really on.
Yeah, it did get... Yeah, there's 6 to 1, half a dozen, isn't it?
I think Colville takes a nasty injury there. I'm not sure what happens. Is it because he face planted?
Yeah, artificial surface. Well, it could have been a comeback for Grenoble. Completely turned around. Yeah, just rugby incident, but unfortunate for Colville. Drouet's looking back at his teammate. Try number 2 for the 22-year-old academy product. There's a few of those in this Provence team. For all the big signings they've got in their back row, Piazzoli, Gambini,
Exfoliating's done for the week. His face looks all red there, isn't it? Jeez.
Yeah. So is that Cazenave will be on. Joris Cazenave. He's had a good game.
Yeah, Drew is a sound player. Pretty steady away. Kicking game decent, very quick. Very good squad player, pretty good.
Do guys feel a lot of tie to their boyhood club in the case of Leo Drouet? Could a top 14 club find it harder to prize him away because he's...
well, they have to pay more. They have to pay considerable amounts for people that have been formed at that club. Like Leo Carbonell, who signed by Racing from Brive last year. It was $500,000 fee because he'd come through the ranks for the under-18s into the Espoirs. Yeah, it's important. But players actually genuinely care about some of them. Not all of them care about where they're formed, because it's normally somewhere near where they're from. Not always.
Seb Talfa-Fanua with a shot there in defence. Grenoble, they've got nothing to lose at this point. 5 tries to 1 down. And that 2-week Christmas break. Both teams would have been thinking about this one. Meg Dude.
You see the elbow, I think. Oh, maybe not that time.
Beret with a big carry. So much good work in the build-up to that. And then this. Which, yeah, I mean, actually, the heat's more on the guy on Hugo Trio, I think, the more you watch it.
Is it his brother who threw the pass?
I think it might have been Fousier.
Oh, poor Colville. Jeez.
Or was it? No, it was Farnu who gave the pass. Fullback.
Yeah, I think Bordeaux's academies produced. They made an objective to sign the best talent. So 18 years old, all the academies, you can offer anyone from anywhere a contract.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there's a massive market at 18 years old. But then if those espoirs grow up for 2-3 years playing together, and Bordeaux, a considerable number of them have gone on to play for the first team, it does create a good team spirit. The players have played together for that long. Then you have other clubs like Brive who will be using that to make money. Aurillac, a prime example of a club who bring in Georgians and other French kids, try and develop and give them game time and then sell them on.
Speaking of Georgians, how good was Georgi Kavazaladze's hair when he just came on there? Looked exceptional.
He's been to the coiffeur.
That's what he's been doing with his 2 weeks off. The shape of Seb Taufifenua, that guy is just a cube.
How's it possible? The difference in brothers.
He releases his body, Tom.
Yeah, because how tall is Seb Taufifenua? I need to find this out because Roman Taufifenua is 6'9". They're probably both about the same weight. Seb Taufifenua is 5'10", so yeah, nearly a full foot.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
And he's 130 kilos, and yeah, hold on. Roman
not the same
Taufifenua
No way.
is 138 kilos.
8 kilos more.
8 kilos more.
Was that done before Christmas or after?
Well, in the Pro de Deux, they've had a full 2 weeks to get stuck into Christmas, haven't they? Props must love it. Caleb Muntz out the back, sets his backs in motion. Boudijeu. Fair play, they haven't really given Provence gaps on the edges. They've just managed to punch holes through the middle.
So he penalised the Provence player for picking the ball up, and he was in front of it. He wasn't the guy at the rear of the rear of the ruck. Again, you saw there Provence. There wasn't really flowing kind of attacking rugby. They got some talented individuals who can create amazing offload opportunities and break the line and break tackles. But in terms of a fluid attacking team like you saw Grenoble could do last year, not this year. They're not that team at the moment.
So I guess, yeah, we're starting to get an answer to the question. Will Sam Davies make a huge difference to the way things go as Eric Ascon comes off? Max Clement on at half-back.
Ooh. Again, a pizza.
Another.
Why are they calling it there?
It's the fundamentals, yeah.
Oh, that offload's so soft-handed.
Advantage for Provence. Muntz. Kick pass to the edge. Lepeg keeps it in field. Matador's his opposite number. Surely Muntz will have another crack at something, but they're going to go back for the advantage. Pierre Lucas.
On souhaite contrôler la situation de potentiel jeu déloyal à 30 mètres de l'index en Provence. Un plaquage sur le 15 X, s'il te plaît, juste devant Jonathan.
Okay, again, so if we elaborate more about Grenoble last year, Grenoble attacking the line, they could run at the line and ball carriers would have players sitting in behind them, 1 or 2 players sitting behind them as options. Players on their left or right as options as well. And with those multiple threats, they could run at the defensive line, pull a defender out of the way, slip it into the hole. The defender sat down in that space. They could play it to the wider player and give him space to either run or space to run around somewhere. So they created opportunities for players to win one-on-ones or get half breaks time after time after time. They did it because they were passing really well, good quality technical passing, good decision making, ruck skills were good. Again, weren't a team with many powerful ball carriers, but they're a team who could do that phase after phase. Now this year,
just hold that thought a second, Joe. I'm interested in what the referee's going to do here with Kavezaladze. I mean, the shot looks like there's the ball onto the chest. It doesn't look like head contact. You could argue that the Georgian was high. Leo drew
yellow card he's going to give.
Yellow card.
When your head hits the head, it's not.
There was no head contact, was there? It was the ball.
I think the opposition player actually.
Yeah, I suppose you can make the argument.
But he has got his body well in front. He's not leading with his head at all. So he's reduced it because of that to a yellow card, but there's made contact.
Okay. He did look a little worried as soon as it happened.
His hair got misplaced a bit. He's a great human, Georgie. He would have known. He didn't mean to do that. Just a tackle gone wrong. Played at Gloucester for a couple of years.
Sorry, so continue what you were saying about Grenoble. Oh no, hold on. That was a knock on. Yeah, we've got a moment here. So on the attacking side of the game then, from Grenoble.
Yeah, their ability to engage the defence, pull defenders apart and give it to the man who's the right option. So that then either they'd win that collision, make clean breaks and go forward. And because they were successful at doing that, they could hold on to the ball for multiple phases, play on top of fast ball, force penalties. And that was kind of the recipe they had to work really well last year. Now that's not work at the moment. Maybe when Sam's fully fit and back in functioning, that will come back. Maybe because of the change of coaches in the attacking styles. Their new attack coach is more of a Toulouse-style player, in which shapes and players working into that kind of space does happen a bit, but it's less organised. Something about players doing it spontaneously, which requires a different kind of decision making. Maybe they're not used to that yet. But as a result, they're a team who are attacking wise not as capable.
Well, the set piece hasn't been a pretty story for Grenoble this evening. Line out has struggled. Scrum's been under massive pressure, and there's more.
Franking, toujours le coude vers le haut et appui vers le bas. 23 blanc, coude vers le haut, appui 17 noir vers le bas.
And so he's accusing the Grenoble player of his elbow. When his elbow's in a poor position, referees esteem that it's him who's causing the issue. So you see when he's set.
Yeah, that is. You're hearing that a lot. If the elbow's pointing towards the floor, you're taking the weight down. It's really hard, though.
Stop. Reculez clairement. Ok, qu'on a un bon setup, s'il vous plaît. On repart. Repartez, touche noire.
Well, resetting the lineout's just given Albert Tuasui a little bit more time to get back. I wouldn't mind betting. In fact, I'm going to say it. Albert Tuasui is going to crash this one up. Oh, going for the ball. Tuasui's making a charge. He's going to put his 20 stones into that maul. Down the blind side they go. Boudiger into touch.
On soulève les appuis. On soulève les appuis dans un mol. On soulève les appuis du 4 noir dans le mol.
That was a comment, where is it? From Beer and Wine. Tuisui, is there anyone this league doesn't have? No. Proda has got it all.
And Sam, that's actually a pretty good tackle from Sam. Didn't look too bad at all. Knocked him into touch. So he got a hit on the nose.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair to point out the guys that are unavailable for Grenoble. Quite a few of those would be starting players. Mouton,
Mouton's a lovely player.
he's a really nice player. Just trying to remember, what's the country? It's not Namibia, is it? Is he Namibian?
Yeah, I think he might be,
Yeah. Definitely remember him scoring a couple of good tries at the Rugby World Cup in France. So a fair few players out. That man is back. But even he cannot inspire a turnaround in Grenoble's fortunes. They are, it's turning into quite a long season. There's George North. Looks like he's enjoyed Christmas and tonight. He's just keeping his powder dry for the business end. Get back, George. Isaac Rudder sets the platform. Tommy Francis has got his hands on the ball. Kaznav's trying to get in there on it, the scrum half. They got big men lined up. Ball is on the line, just short. Kaznav, is he going to hit his winger? No, goes back.
Oh,
Sam Davies interception. Bit of a pudding of a kick. Lepeg is off. And they're back in the 22 and 10 metres out. Late run. Good defence again. Grenoble are going to have a crack.
Yes, Sam will not be happy with that kick. What was Nine doing there with that flat, long pass? But you can see that, yeah, Provence are not a comfortable team. They're good, they're solid. We talked earlier about the structures where they're good, exiting, set piece. I think that's what's going to get them in the top table for the end of the season. But they're going to have to score quickly on transitions. They're going to have to force penalties, kick into the 22 and maul their way over the line better.
And they have got some players to come back in as well. You've got actually, I don't know if Georgi Javakia is still with them. Has he gone on loan to Toulon?
No, he's sold to Toulon.
He's gone, sold. Okay, so he's gone. But Inga Finau and George North are two significant.
Yeah, Finau and George North are pretty tasty centres come back.
So would Provence have been given a bit of cash for Georgi Javakia?
No, he was at Grenoble.
Sorry.
Yeah, they would have got a bit.
Oh yeah, he scored the try against Aix-en-Provence. I was watching that game earlier. That's why I'm confused. Yeah, so would Grenoble have got money for Georgi Javakia as a transfer fee?
Yes, I think so. Yes, at least pay out their contract. At least, and I can't remember what the technical terms are after that. How long they've been there? They came through the Espoirs, the Centre de Formation, the academy. There are various rules around it.
Zafra up in the middle. Caleb Muntz. And absolutely ghosting through is Thomas Sals. And Bettini Yatta, he set up the first try. And he scores try number 6 himself. The result beyond doubt. And at this point, you feel the full 5 points beyond doubt. They are 5 tries clear of Grenoble. 36-8. This is a beatdown.
Yeah, it was looking that way, wasn't it? In that first half, physicality, set piece, kicking game, losing all those aspects. Grenoble can't be too surprised at being where they are right now. But Again, taking it to the line, pulling a defender away, making the right call.
Oh,
That's
and
where
that was-
it's at.
who was that? Who was that? Was that the tackler was looking back at the inside man, saying, "Come on." I think, yeah, just ghosted through Thomas Sal. Far too easy, Joe.
That was way
You're a
too-
defence coach. That would be straight up on the Monday morning meeting, wouldn't it?
I'd be spitting up my lobster tails at seeing that one. Yeah, without seeing the whole picture, it's hard to say whether the inside defender was held or whether he messed up in terms of pushing off that defender there. But when people attack the line that hard, moving off that late is normally a bad decision. When people are running straight, hard, quickly, and the ball's a metre in front of you, normally it's best just to defend the ball if you've any doubt.
I did think Provence would win, but I did not see it going quite this way. Even accounting for the fact that the Grenoble have not been their best, and we're just seeing one of the problems of this season. I mean, what are they doing?
Yeah, a little bit disjointed, don't they? I mean, changed the attack coach, they changed the forwards coach as well recently. Yeah, there's been a few changes.
Do they have an attack coach? Or just because it's
Yeah, they
almost
do,
like
they do,
someone
they do.
saying, just go and just go and do what you feel, lads. Let's go and play a bit of rugger. Because as you say, Joe, Provence have looked good, but you feel like they've got a lot of improvement in them. Albert Tuisu, he's the first man. He's turned that ball over. Boudiger beats a defender, Thomas Francis. To Thomas Sauveterre. Now the basketball passes are coming in from Provence. Batuni
Oh, nice
Yatta again
pass.
with an offload. Disguised pass. Caleb Muntz out in the open. Lepeg. He's going
That was
through
awesome.
for another try.
That no look was awesome. I'd like
Oh,
to see that again.
Batuni Yatta. I want to see that again. If that is, and I believe it is, his first ever game at 13, he might have just added a couple of years to his career.
That'd be great to watch. I mean, those kind of under the legs passes bubbling on, falling in the hands of someone like Batuniata. It can be a nightmare because there's a little bit of disorganisation. He saw a bit of space, and then that offload was blinding. Let's have a little look. He knew exactly what he's doing.
Oh, so
yes.
good. So good.
Oh, come on, let's get a better angle on that. The camera from behind would be better. I'm sure they'll cut to that one next.
Batuni Yatta is having an absolute belter of a game.
I mean, is it Toulouse, what, for 2 or 3 years? Didn't get much game time because some of the talent there is out through the roof. It's tough to get game time when other players are there. And like I say, didn't quite get involved enough to produce enough moments like we saw there. That would have kept him at Toulouse. Still a wonderful player.
He'll like that. The Emperor. And that's like Lepeg from last season. Only 2 tries before tonight. He's doubled his tally for this season, and he was the top try scorer in Pro de Deux last year, as Joe mentioned earlier.
There's a penalised for not releasing after the tackle.
Batuni Yatta's evening is done. I'd be very surprised if he wasn't man of the match.
I'm trying to think who else might compete with him.
Isaac Rod has been put himself about.
Yeah, the forwards have been pretty dominant.
Can Grenoble win? Got an opportunity. It goes to the middle. Madeira, the skipper. Suri has hands on the ball. They're 5 metres out. Tuisui's come right through the middle, has he? Illegally. Suri, is he going to the line? Tries to roll. Surely they're over the line. Inches. The result is gone, but Grenoble got to think about next week.
I thought Suri was going to roll over the line, but I think his belly stopped him from rolling. Prevented him from getting over that last half a metre. I don't know how he didn't score there.
Sebastian Taufifenua just put his big barrel body on the line, I think, from what I can tell. Yeah, tap and go. I was going to say, don't risk the line out.
Two anime characters going at it.
Suri runs into Taufifenua again. 2 metres out. Huge defensive effort from Provence. And they are putting themselves about. It comes out. Piazzoli's back on and put in the hit. Taufifenua put in the hit. You just see the body language of Mathis Barret. They're doing all they can, but they just do not have an answer to the power.
No, not at all. They got another opportunity here, though. It was stripped by... Well, it came out the side and they took it back over their own line, so now it's a scrum for Grenoble on the 5 metre line. Trying to get a bit of respect in the scoreline.
Mamaishvili got absolutely mullered in his first scrum when he came on. It's an important one. We'll have another chat with the ref now.
It's not. So the referee didn't notice that the whites actually knocked it on. So now it's going to be a scrum for Provence. So that opportunity we talked about is not coming their way. As you see the player lose control on the floor as his teammate kind of kicks his hands.
I mean, the assistant referee called off the leg. Referee didn't see it. I'm not sure, even though it might be the right decision, I'm not sure I like the TMOs making those calls. I'd almost reserve the TMO for try stuff and foul play. But anyway, I'm just an old man shouting at the cloud here. Off the back, Malohi Suter. Provence were happy to slow the ball down. Grenoble will want to speed it up. They go into the corner again.
Croque-roll is a old French word for croque-roll.
Croque-roll?
So yeah, as you saw, so that kind of clear out people banned because you can land on the leg, cause bad knee injuries. So falling on someone's leg then rolling him over your body is illegal.
Provence got in the air, didn't manage to win it. Grenoble have the penalty advantage. They had a rumble on as well. Do they chance their arm and go wide? No, narrow again. Tuisui and Sauveterre bring that attack to a close, this time out the back. A lot of penalties on their own line. We're going to see a team warning maybe.
Certainly are.
And they fancy the line out now. Provence have been going up and competing on some, leaving the others. They've got Tuisui in the middle. I'd probably throw where he is. That's what they do. Madeira gets on the ball. Better set this time. Bit of depth on the maul. Provence maybe a bit lower, rolling off the side. And Suri gets his way to the line. It's a consolation, but it's a try for Grenoble. And for once, set piece with a bit of execution.
Yeah, that looked pretty solid. Surrey really did well to finish it off, I think. Surprisingly finished a try there, but that one he got over the line. Let's have a look here. You'll see a good angle of him breaking through. The crowd aren't happy. I'm trying to work out why. He failed to get it down properly. That's not over the line.
On we go. Bastien Surrey, he looks like the sort of... Oh, we're going to have a look. No. Bastien Surrey looks like a fella who would have to go and find a tree if he had an itch on his back. He's got a little massive barrel chest. We are having a look as well.
Don't think he was that big when I last watched Grenoble. He's got a bit of timber.
Not conclusive, that's on the line. That'll do.
That's the try.
That'll do. Crack on. Paul Phillips in the chat, definitely short. I don't know, I think it was given on the field. You can't conclusively overturn that decision.
Let's crack on. Try.
Try it is. Inconsequential for the match. Points difference the only thing that's affected. There was a Provence player in front of the ball. Malohi Suter held his run. Not in trouble with the referee. Grenoble, on we go. Max Clement. Loopy pass. Sam Davies out the back. Farnu. Back to Davies. They're running down blind alleys. They're just trying to make something happen. They could be scoring a rugby version of an own goal again, as they did earlier, when actually they had a chance of getting back in the game. Turnover. Ball is there. Sebastian Taufa Fanua. Wangs a pass. Caleb Muntz. 3 passes and they're on the edge. Drouet. He was looking for a hat-trick. Piazzoli's been really busy. Tuisui. Sauveterre Rodder now stepping in at scrum half. Suter, they got penalty advantage. Let it fly. Oh! Good defence by Farnu.
Almost forgot he was still there.
Yeah, of course he's still there.
That's that horrible
Jules Plisson. Big smile on his face. Keeping an eye on Caleb Muntz. Passing on all his experience.
That's just bizarre, Grenoble. I know they've got nothing to lose, but also just do what's right in the game. Why are you running those kind of balls? Even at this scoreline, it's a bizarre choice.
I'm struggling to work out what is Grenoble's game plan, Joe. What is their pattern? What is their structure? I don't know.
They certainly look a bit lost, don't they? They do look a bit lost. New coaching staff. You have the hangover from the old plan. They'll keep some of it, they'll change a load of it. Some people take it on quicker than others. Sometimes you end up with a bit of a mess, like we've seen tonight.
It looks like Grenoble might have snaffled that one. They're having to work really hard to get the ball back. Tuisui, though, has got his hands on the ball.
If he's got his hands on it, it's coming out.
And after all that hard work, penalty advantage. And the execution's not perfect, but we do know what shape Provence have got. They've got big runners like this. Piazzoli. And round the corner, Suter. Oh, reaches for the line.
Ooh, nearly 50.
Do you remember when Bristol lost that semi-final to Harlequins after being 28-0 up, and it took them a few years to recover? Is that when Quins won the Premiership last, a few years back, and Bristambul they called it, and It seemed like Bristol was so shell-shocked by that one result that it took them a good couple of years to actually psychologically get over it. And I just wonder if 3 years of getting so close,
It must. I mean,
and the dam has burst psychologically. They just
They need change, and they're in the process of that. But
yeah.
sometimes that change might take several evolutions before it comes right.
It's just like their spirit is broken. There's lots of guys putting in lots of effort. The skipper, Madeira, being one of them. I should just feel a bit sad for Grenoble. All those fans, all those players, how close they've got. Sport is cruel.
I know, carrying that. Especially, I mean, the first year, I think it could have gone either way. Second year, they should have won. Third year, they should have won. And then third year, they had the Ascension match against Perpignan, which they probably, well, they could have won that as well. That was very close at the end. Montpellier before that, very close. So, yeah, it's been not just the finals, it's been the top 14 playoff game as well. It's been so many bad memories.
It's one interesting thing to keep a look at before full time. I noticed Dougie from our FR UK team has spotted the referee in Predators, and just notice how colour coordinated his boots and his socks are. He's really thought about that. Unless they are boots that go right up his ankle at the back. I'm trying to create some entertainment out of a game that is dead, Joe. Oh, dearie me. What is going on, Grenoble? No! What are you doing? Okay, they had a knock-on advantage.
Right, what are Grenoble going to do now? Kick it off, get on the bus, go home. Or they're going to try and play again.
Provence to Grenoble is not a short journey, is it?
Philippe Saint-Andre, I wonder who's texting.
Some of the most French expressions you'll ever see on the touchline with Grenoble. The little shrugs. They're in a hole. And Provence, meanwhile, I think, checking the table, doesn't that take them up to second spot before the rest of the games have happened?
Yeah, we'll have a quick look at their next position.
That's every Grenoble fan right now.
They're bounced up to 50. 51.
There's a picture.
Solid.
That could be a meme. Yeah, Aix-en-Provence are up to second. Good night's work for André Zafra. They're 4 points clear of Colomiers. Mathis Beret off the base. Sam Davies, late pass. Got a yellow card earlier, but he's evaded a tackle. Kvezaladze, the Georgian. Trying to finish strong. Beret, one of the bright sparks for Grenoble in this whole season. He's relentlessly offering himself as a ball carrier. It's 3 on the bounce. I mean, that kind of variety, and that's been lacking for the most part. Lepeg ends this one.
That's a good option there.
A very satisfactory result, and I think, that man, I would be very surprised if he isn't man of the match. Bettini Yatta, he started the whole thing off with an absolutely outrageous offload for Leo Drouet, another incredible offload. Sent Muntz and then Lepeg away for tries, 7 tries for Provence. That was an absolute beatdown, statement performance that takes them just nestled in behind Van at the top of the table.
Yep, I think we can put Grenoble to bed for this season. Looking at Provence, though, yeah, they're kicking on, they're developing, they're getting better. They're a dangerous side. They gave up a few line break opportunities to Grenoble, but really apart from that, Grenoble didn't threaten too much other than penalty options kicking in and then mauling them over. So Provence are looking like one of the teams who will be in this playoff stakes. One of the teams that maybe will be using the extra game to watch as we get to money time towards the end of the season.
It is tight at the top of the table. There's, well, between Aix-en Provence in second, third and fourth are just a couple of points behind. When you look down the bottom of the table, there is 1 point separating the bottom three teams. And in French rugby, we do have promotion and relegation, and it is going to be a lot of fun through 2026. First game of the year in the bank. Leo Drouet, he's been called over for a little bit of a chat. A couple of tries to his name, check the hair's all right. And let's let Joe tell us what Leo Drouet is saying.
Yeah, before he comes on, what's the mascot? The Aix-en Provence mascot?
Like a bee, didn't it?
Is it a bee?
I mean, I'm sure. I'm not sure what the leaf is. I've gone through. We've had this conversation before. Is it an olive leaf? I'm not sure.
Oh, like a fern. The fern.
Yeah.
We've had that discussion before. But
yeah, because they wear black, and I know it was inspired by the All Blacks. But that definitely looked like a bee. Or a fly.
Compliqué ce soir que cette lourde défaite finalement.
Ouais, j'ai l'impression que c'est trop facile en fait, que début deuxième mi-temps on est à moins 14, on a des occasions dans leur camp et on perd les ballons. De petites erreurs, on prend direct un essai et puis après
too easy. Second half we're 14 points behind.
On en prend 40 et ça j'aime pas ça.
And then we take 40.
Ce sentiment de honte là, c'est jamais très
So
très
feel,
sympa.
the feeling of
Ça
shame
n'a pas très bon goût, donc c'est plus ça qui me dérange.
doesn't
Après
feel too good.
dans le contenu, on pourra parler de plein de choses. Mais ce petit truc-là, malheureusement, c'est soit on va le chercher en nous, soit ça va être compliqué. Donc voilà, je pense que maintenant, il n'y a pas besoin de parler de grand-chose. On ne va même pas parler de rugby parce que tant qu'on n'aura pas cet état d'esprit, on ne pourra pas se déplacer. Le championnat est trop difficile.
With a spirit like that, we can't do anything.
Rejoindre l'écoute. L'homme de la
A
semaine.
cicada is the mascot. I've just looked it up, Joe.
On sent qu'il y a des choses très très positives à tous les niveaux. Vous êtes rentré en deuxième période, mais le score était déjà fait, mais on sent que défense, attaque, tout va bien. Racontez-nous vos sensations, vous.
Ouais, je pense qu'on voulait faire un match dans l'ensemble plein après les 2 semaines de coupure et notre mauvaise prestation à Mont-de-Marsan. Je pense
So
qu'on a
after
été
our
quand même
bad
assez
game on
solide
Mont-de-Marsan, 2 weeks
en
off, we wanted to
défense,
have a
en
good
attaque. On a
performance.
réussi à marquer des essais en première main. On a été très très
Defense
costaud
and
en
attack,
conquête.
we
Donc
did well,
même
scored
si tout n'est
tries
pas
off first
parfait, je
phase.
pense que pour un match de reprise, encore plus
For
un
a-
jeudi, c'était quand même
for a match
abouti.
after a
Et
break,
voilà, il va falloir se servir
we're
de
pretty
ça comme
happy.
une rampe de lancement pour la suite du bloc.
Cette volonté d'être maître
So
à
this is the
domicile
start
et
us off in
d'entrer
that block well,
dès
the
le
next
début
block
de
of matches.
cette phase retour, c'était important. C'était aussi ça la volonté ce soir.
Ouais, c'était important parce que en début de saison, dès le premier match, on s'est fait surprendre et
So it's
donc
important to
forcément,
start
on
well
a plus
tonight
de
because to start the
de
season
joker.
we
On voulait
were starting really badly.
bien entamer cette phase retour à la différence de
So
la
we
phase
wanted
aller.
to
Donc
start off
voilà, c'est chose faite.
This
Il faut qu'on se repose bien parce qu'on a
second
un
half
gros
of the
déplacement à
season
Nevers la semaine prochaine,
really
mais
well.
on va pouvoir passer un bon
Next
week-end.
week,
On vous
big
laisse
match
aller
away
voir
at
ça.
Nevers.
Merci.
There we go. Yeah, just to clarify, the Provence mascot is a cicada. That's cigale en français, and he's called Marius, and it is an olive branch from the Sainte-Victoire mountain in the region as well. And I think with that, Joe, we've pretty much wrapped up the night. Let me say thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thoroughly enjoyed that. And this season is going to go down to the wire. Subscribe to the channel. Check out all the great stuff we've got on there. Go and see the interview with Sam Davies that we've got up on the channel. And then stay tuned for more live rugby here on FR UK. Arjen Colomier, Oyana Van. Evening, Joe.
Good evening all.